It's my pleasure to share all of the positive vibes with you. Please like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. So you're in bed, and your brain just won't be quiet. Your thoughts are racing, but your body is tired. You've been tired all day. In point of fact, as you've told most people around you, you can't remember when you weren't tired. That's just part of becoming an adult, they say. Or you've accepted that being tired all the time is part of just being an adult. Sound familiar? Have you really taken a personal assessment or inventory of all of the things in your own life that you aren't doing? Wait, what? Yes. I'm asking you to think about and make a mental list of all of the things you aren't doing. What does this have to do with being stuck, you're saying? I'm doing everything I can just to maintain. I'm tired because I go to school and work, or work 2 jobs, or work long hours, or have family to take care of and bills to pay, or some of the above, or all of the above. The list goes on. Take a deep breath and listen to my words. I am no different than you. I have the same or similar responsibilities. I have, just like you, no more time on the clock in a single day or night. I cannot stuff more hours into a day or night, and neither can you. Now, here's the good news. You can take inventory of your life and your lifestyle and find out what you're not doing in order to make more of the time that you do have. And in turn, and I know this sounds crazy to some of you, actually have more energy and not be so tired all the time. What is this magic spell that I speak of? It's called taking care of yourself. It's called self-love. It's called being honest with yourself and trusting yourself and respecting yourself, as mentioned in another video. Ultimately, it's a re-evaluation. It's assessing your values and then deciding to be honest with yourself about what you actually value or care about in your life and what you're doing because you've been told to value it. It's a re-valuing of your life choices. It's finding out how much of your lifestyle is programmed and how much of it you actually do have control over. That is, if you bother to reevaluate. I'm going to help you with that right now. Let's talk about what you are doing and then find out what you're not doing. I'm going to paint a picture of going through a typical daily routine, and you think about if this sounds familiar. You get up, but only after your 3rd or 4th alarm goes off. You're already grumpy because that stupid alarm is going off, and you didn't get any good sleep the night before. If only I could get 5 more minutes, you say to yourself. Finally, you force yourself out of bed and immediately go for the caffeine hit, usually coffee, sometimes tea, plenty of it. Or you can't, so you skip it because you slept in so much that you have to rush to leave the house to fight traffic to get to work. Still gotta get that hit. Maybe you're in a drive-thru or in a line in a coffee place. You order your usual, something with loads of caffeine and probably sugar, maybe something to munch on. More sugar. Put it on the card. Get back in line on the highway and spend an hour, maybe more, to get to work. You're grumpier still because parking sucks and your hair still isn't fixed how you wanted it. You finally get into work. You're bombarded with mundane comments and work emails which you swear don't apply to you, or you simply just don't care. You suffer through some meetings or calls as well as busy work to get to lunch. If you don't go to work like this, replace work with school and you'll still get the drift. Lunchtime arrives and you finally get a chance to get some fresh air, or maybe not. You eat the thing you bought at another place and then you get back to work. And you're tired again. Maybe an energy drink will fix it, or another strong dessert drink. Skip ahead a few hours. Fight traffic to get home. Take care of the shopping list or go get to some late appointments. Maybe pick up certain family members or drop them off. Skip ahead to being at home that evening. You're tired still, but you have to unwind, so you binge watch a new show or put on your favorite go-to and let it play in the background while you flip through endless stories on your phone about a mix of horrendous, tragic world events that you can't do anything about and have kept you in a state of perpetual fear and anxiety. And then switch over to staring jealously at pictures and short clips of good-looking celebrities or even friendly rivals who are doing things and going places that you've only dreamed of. Finally, you close your eyes, not before noticing that you will only get 5 hours of sleep that night, or maybe less, only to push through to the next day. The morning comes, your alarm goes off, and it starts all over again. This seemingly endless routine of being tired, feeling grumpy and anxious, thinking in the back of your mind about this new scare you heard about that's all over the news, wishing you looked like or had the lifestyle of some trendy celebrity, dreading the bills and payments you have, and telling yourself for the umpteenth time, if I can just get through this week. Now, Breathe with me for a moment. In and out. If you're relating to this picture in any way, even if the details are different but the story sounds eerily familiar, keep listening. There actually is a way out, and that's what we're going to talk about now. Remember, we started out saying, what aren't you doing? This is the key. I just described what you have been doing. Now, what aren't you doing? More importantly, why do you keep hoping and praying that your life will turn out different? If I can just get through today, if I can just get through this week, if only I can just get through this month, this year, next year, things will be better. How? What magic pill will change your life? Because if you do have that pill, why are you waiting to swallow it? And if you think I have that pill, or that you can buy it or finance it on credit from someone else, I'm sorry to tell you, it's not there. And if you are waiting for someone to give it to you, or that maybe tomorrow there will be some kind of scientific breakthrough which will provide that pill to you, you're going to be waiting for the rest of your tired and stressed out life. So why do you keep daydreaming about having that new and better life, but do nothing differently to get it? See, this is what I mean by the things you're not doing. You're not happy with your physical health. You want to lose weight or fit into certain clothes. What aren't you doing? You want to have more energy and focus when moving throughout your day. What aren't you doing? You want to have way less stress and stop worrying about what's to come. What aren't you doing? You want to have a better job where you feel like your ideas and contributions matter. What aren't you doing? You want to finish school but keep putting it off. What aren't you doing? You want to finish that side project you started some time ago but keep setting it aside. What aren't you doing? You want to be able to go to bed and not only fall asleep faster but actually get deep and restful sleep. What aren't you doing? Okay, so I have 3 questions for you that are not rhetorical. These are the things I want you to write down and really think about. What am I waiting for? Is this as good as it gets for me? What am I not doing? Do this privately. It's not for anyone else to judge you on. You must be the master architect of your own life. Only you can create the life you want. For the love of yourself, stop hoping and praying to God or the universe or to the sky above or even to your own reflection in the mirror for your life to get better or change if you are going to simply go through your daily routines and do absolutely nothing differently. You cannot receive help if you don't help yourself. You cannot receive love if you don't love yourself. You cannot expect change if you don't change yourself. What are you waiting for? Is this as good as it gets for you? What are you not doing? You have got to be completely honest with yourself. You've got to respect and trust yourself to be open with your answers, however painful. The only evidence for life is growth, and if you want to grow into something more, if you want to have a better life, if you want for things to change, you've got to take inventory. You've got to take the time to love yourself and find out the answers to these questions I've posed for you. This is where you start. This is where you gain traction and gain confidence in yourself. This is where your new life begins. You've got to start with your own thoughts and thinking. Find out what your programming looks like. What do you actually value? What have you been doing all this time that you are beginning to realize isn't you? What have you been doing that's actually sabotaging your own success? Let's think about the picture I painted about your daily routine. You're tired all the time. Be honest with yourself. Do you move your body at all to help your lungs, your heart, and your muscles? Like take walks, jogs, runs, ride a bike, lift weights, or anything that gets your whole body in motion and your blood pumping? Do you consciously know and watch how much sugar you put into your body? Are you even aware of how much sugar is in your coffee dessert drinks, your soda, and your fast food meals, and the effects it has on your body, especially weight gain, irritability, and sleepiness? Does it actually help your stress levels to know about all of the latest world wars, disasters, famine, disease, and injustice? Is there anything productive you plan on doing with that information other than feel really stressed out about it? When you scroll through your phone and see celebrities and people with shopped and filtered bodies and faces on the internet visiting exotic places with exotic transportation, do you realize and understand that it isn't real? That it's literally just advertising a pretend, artificial, and non-natural lifestyle? Why? Seriously, why do you envy that? Do you actually honestly think that a photoshopped plastic surgery fake lifestyle is where you wish you could be? Or is it your low self-esteem that is telling you, if only you look like them or had what they had, then your life would be put together. Who is in control here? What do you actually value? Do you even know who you are? As you know, I've explored these questions in other videos and will continue to challenge you to challenge yourself so that you can, in fact, improve your life and lifestyle. But let's do it the right way. Which way is the right way? It's what's in your heart, not what you've been spoon-fed by society at large in your tribal upbringing. It's also in your mind. You need peace of mind, and that's what we're talking about with your list of values. You know, we can learn a lot from simpler societies. I've seen a number of documentaries and personally met with people who don't have a lot of material wealth and live a very simple lifestyle. I'm talking about families who live in remote parts of the world where modernity isn't part of their lives, like living in smaller villages and towns around various parts of the globe. They want for very little and are elated or joyful for the simple things in life. I'm not suggesting or comparing the economics or politics of people around the world and you. I'm speaking strictly about the mental and emotional health and well-being that was shared, and we'll get back to that in a moment. The point I'm getting at is that you can actually have more with less. And if anything, I hope that you are aware of how much you probably do have in your life. And what do you have? What do you actually need? What do you actually want? How much control do you have over your own daily decisions? And how much have you given away to commercial fantasies and fake celebrity lifestyles, as well as fear of the latest disaster or threat in the news cycle? Let me ask you this, and I realize that I've been asking a lot of rhetorical questions, but it's because I really want you to think. So let me ask you, how much would your life improve if you changed up your diet by cutting out even some sugar? How much extra energy would you have if you worked out your body, even just a little bit, like 20-30 minutes a day? How much extra money would you have if you didn't buy your expensive energy drinks and fast food treats as much? How much extra happiness would you have if you didn't follow world disasters and the innumerable injustices selectively being reported on constantly? How much less stress would you have by not hanging on every posted word and spouted comment from celebrities and politicians who you disagree with? How much better would you feel about yourself knowing that there's no need to buy the latest trend in fashion and accessories just to impress your peers and contemporaries? How much extra sleep would you get if you followed even some of these simple guidelines? What do you actually value? Do you value having more money to spend on the things you might actually need or want? Do you value getting really restful, deep sleep? Do you value peace of mind and not worrying all the time about things out of your control and what somebody said that you should be offended by or jealous of or outraged? Listen, I'm not suggesting that you don't allow yourself to be at least minimally informed about the things in the world that may actually affect you. But do you realize that you have been conditioned to live in a constant state of panic and fear? It's a lot to think about, but I'm just asking that you take the time to actually think on it. So what did the people say about what they value in life? The ones who live a very humble and modest lifestyle with little material wealth. What do they want in life? Do they wish they could live like celebrities or billionaires? No, they do not. With humble hearts and minds, they talk about love, being able to love and be loved, health, to be living without disease and poverty, laughter, to be able to see the humor in the root of all things and know that the rainbow will follow the storm, respect, to feel respected and needed within their own tribe and that of their society, to know that their contributions, their productivity, however big or small, means something of service to those around them, security, to know that they have somewhere to call home and at least one other trusted person to lean on or call on for help when help is needed, and finally, quality time or peace, to know and experience life's simple pleasures and activities with at least one other person to share it with. And so I ask you, does anything that I just listed require loads of sugar, physical inactivity, lots of money, comparing your life with celebrities, endless worry about whatever the news cycle wants to scare you with, or constant outrage of what someone else posted online? I'll say it again. You are what you think about. Thoughts are things. Thoughts require energy. What do you spend your energy thinking about? As I've mentioned before, your life is like a winding river, replete with swirls and turns and waterfalls and slow movement in some areas and fast currents in others. It's dynamic. It's ever-flowing. Stop resisting the natural flow of your life. Stop wasting all of your precious, limited energy worrying about the things in the world that you have no control over. And for the love of yourself, stop thinking of how you can be more like a trendy fake celebrity. Stop mindlessly spending money you don't have on things you don't need. Stop overindulging in processed sugars and snacks which absolutely rob you of your energy and leave you sleepy and frustrated. Take the time to love yourself. Start now. Make that list. Think very hard on what you write down. Do not share it with anyone. Remember, you don't need anyone else's input on what makes you happy and what makes you want to get up every day. And then act. Act on making changes in your life that will have you feeling better about yourself and what your life is about. Please do not get overwhelmed. Do not get into what's known as paralysis by analysis. Just make small adjustments to your diet, to how you spend your money, to what you do with your free time, to getting up and moving your body each day, to allowing yourself some quiet time to meditate on what you want, not what you don't want, to letting go of comparing yourself to unrealistic standards of living. And I promise you, I really do, I promise you, you will see results. You just have to get started. Listen, there will never be the right time. The stars do not need to be aligned. You don't have to wait till the first of the month or the new year. Now is the time. This is your life. This is your life. Take back control of your thoughts and reprogram your belief system. It's going to take a little time, but it will be worth it, I promise. You have to believe that you're worth it, and you are worth it. And now, I'm going to leave you with a visualization technique that worked for me and still does whenever I need it to help me work on change for the better. Try this tonight or soon after you watch this. Find a place where you can be at peace and quiet, or use headphones and put on something relaxing. Now imagine yourself only 1 year from now. Imagine that all of the things you worked on for the better are now very evident, very obvious, and plain to see. Imagine a physically and emotionally healthy you. Really visualize how good you look and feel. Now imagine yourself on a beach. The day is sunny and clear. The waves are endlessly lapping the shoreline in a peaceful natural rhythm. You're walking along this beach alone. You see a figure in the distance. You continue to walk forward and the figure gets clearer into focus. It's you. It's you from a year from now. Look at you. Look at the huge smile on your face. Look at how good you look. Look at how healthy and strong you are. And the you from a year from now gives you a great big hug and says, "We did it. Thank you. Thank you so much for giving us a shot. I knew you could do it. I knew the changes would work, and just look at us now. I feel so good. Thank you for believing in me." And now you merge into your better self and feel absolutely energized. And with great excitement you ask, "So where do we go from here?" And now you think about that. And finally, wherever you are, whatever you're going through, keep going. I believe in you.